Hey guys, John Lux here, back with a new playthrough. This is not a blind playthrough, but it is a Let's Play of Final Fantasy Legend 2, which was released in 1991 by Squaresoft. Now this is actually not a Final Fantasy game, it is known as SaGa in Japan, if you've heard of Saga Frontier or Romancing Saga, Unlimited Saga. That's the series that this game is from. Now, if this is not a blind playthrough, why am I playing through it? Well, I've never beaten the game. I've gotten close-ish, but it is known, it's kind of notorious or infamous for being brutally hard, in addition to just the straight-up difficulty and almost cheesiness of the Saga series. It has a really high encounter rate, sometimes up to 3 encounters for every 4 steps your characters take. Now, unlike some other playthroughs out there, I will not be editing out the battles just because I'm going to try and make it as interesting as possible. Now, the only other thing that I would say, if you don't watch anything else in the video, is if you are an RPG player and you have not played this, I'm going to recommend it. I realize that's kind of weird, me saying that when I haven't beaten it myself. In fact, did I get to the last boss and I could not beat it because of my party composition? I think so. Regardless, I'm actually still going to recommend it because the replayability, from what I understand, is off the charts. There are, you start with eight classes, but there's really 4, and any combination, I think, is reasonably viable if you put in the time and the effort to actually round out your skills. Agility is a big one. If you go for strength and you have 0 agility, then you're just not going to be able to hit the monsters no matter how strong you are. So you need some agility regardless of what else you pick. So things like that. I think I got to the end and I wasn't really planning. I also didn't have the instruction booklet, so I didn't really know what I was doing, and just poor party management and stuff, and just I would have had to grind, which looking back on it probably wouldn't have been too difficult to task. But joining me today are my 2 cats, Jack and Manny. They're right here if you see them. As you can see, they stole my normal chair, so I have to use this other chair. And as far as the green coloring of the screen, I mean, this is originally a Game Boy game, and this was kind of the default color palette, so I'm going to go with it. I could have chosen other stuff. I could have chosen like a Game Boy Color thing. I see a lot of like speedrunners and stuff using, interestingly enough, different palettes for the background and the characters, which I thought was kind of cool, but we're just going to stick with this. It is the very traditional style. Yeah, so hopefully you guys join me. Like I said, I'm going to try and make this as interesting as possible. And let's go. This is my old save file from the very beginning, back when, way back. Anyway, let's start. The text is a little on the slow side. So we have Magi, the symbol of great power, the legacy of the ancient gods who made this world. This is the normal speed. I think you can actually hold the A button and make it faster. Legacy of the ancient gods who made this world. Many fought for the mighty power. Some won and some failed. Now, oh yeah, we can fast forward it a little bit. Now, another legend of bravery is about to begin. Choose your character. Now, like I said, you have 8 starting characters that you can have, but really 4 classes. Excuse me. I'm going to take a drink in a second, but let me explain each. So we have humans, human male, human female, mutants, mutant male or female. We have a robot, and then 3 different monsters. I'll go over each of the classes here in a minute, But I think at least for my main character, I'm going to pick a human. Also, this is going to be similar to the Simon's Quest playthrough where I'm using additional documents and stuff. I'm basically going to try and do it as legit as possible. I know there's exploits, there are glitches that you can use to essentially break the game and make yourself ridiculously powerful. But I'm not going to be doing any of those. But I will be using, you know, some, not a guide per se, but I'll be using some maps and some item descriptions and stuff. Excuse me, it's actually getting late. And I don't sleep, that's why the yawning. But one thing this game is really terrible about is its item descriptions. It basically gives you an item, and you really have no idea what it does or the characteristics or anything until you use it, and then even then, it doesn't really tell you. So I'll try and like show you guys like what I'm looking up as I'm using the references and stuff. So I'll name my human male John, for obvious reasons. John. Dad? What is it? Father. I have to leave now. I'm going to try and advance the text a little bit, not super fast. Will you keep? Not super fast, but fast enough. Hey, John, wake up. I'm sleepy. Listen, do not lose this. Got it? Received. Prism. That's the symbol for Magi, which we learned. Dad, are you leaving again? Father. Yep. Take care of Mom. Okay. Come home early. Father. Yeah. Be good, John. And then he goes out the window. Why does he always go out through windows? What is this? Years later, John has grown up. Mom, What? Tell me, John. I want to go look for Dad. Oh, I knew you would say so someday. You're adventurous, like your father. But I'm worried about you, Mom. You'll be alone. Don't worry about me, John. I'll be okay. Go ahead. Yeah. Tell Daddy that I'm doing all right. I will. Take care. Mom, Go to school and tell Mr. S that you're leaving. Okay, Mom, I'll be back with Dad. Mr. S. So you're leaving. Then I have to tell you this. The ancient gods made this world. Yes, I know. Their legacy is left all over this world in the form of Magi. What you have received from your father is one piece of it. 77 of those Magi make a statue of a goddess, Isis. This? Each Magi has its own power. Some are using the power of Magi and trying to become new gods. Why did my father have such a thing? Preventing Magi from being abused for wrong purposes. Like a hero? Well, yes, kind of. If you wish to find your father, search for Magi. I will. Your Magi is called the Prism. It tells you the number of Magi in the same area. It will help you. Thank you very much, sir. I will study more about Magi also. Leaving, John? Take me with you. Me too, John. What should I do, sir? It's good to have reliable partners. Take 3 with you. Now we get to choose the rest of our party. We get 3 other people. Or mutants, or robots, or monsters. I'm going to actually choose one of each. So let's kind of go over them real fast. Actually, before we do, let's pause that. And then that should be good. All right, so this is the website that I'm using. If you have seen any of H.C. Bailey's stuff, he actually links this website, although it is not the same one. Let me rephrase that. It is the same one, it's just hosted in a different place now. So the old stuff, only the old link, if you're watching the H.C. Bailey playthrough, that old link doesn't work unless you go to like the Wayback Machine, and then it does. For some reason, if you search through Bing, this doesn't want to show up. If you search through Google, then it does. It's weird. But we'll go to the general guide section first, because it gives us a real good kind of overview. It's the general guide, right? So there's 5 stats: HP, hit points, strength, agility, mana, and defense. Each character type, humans, mutants, robots, monsters, gain these stats differently. This variety is the main ingredient for superb replay value. By the way, if you do decide to pick this game up or play it, the GameFAQs forums for this game are still active almost 30 years later. I don't think GameFAQs was out 30 years ago, but it's just a testament to the replay value that this game has. Because even if you choose different classes, there's still different stats that you can focus on. Characters types grow stats differently. Humans and mutants raise them after battles, and some potions give them permanently. Robots get them from their equipment. Monster stats are preset by the game designers. We'll get more into that in a second. And we're just going to read all of this because it's pretty fast, and it is far more concise than the manual. Hit points are reduced by physical and magical damage. I mean, obviously, when a character's, well, maybe not obviously, unlimited SaGa would beg to differ, which that's another game I'll have to do a playthrough of one day, maybe just for myself, because it's painful. It's painful. When a character's HP reaches 0, he or she becomes stunned until after combat. Then he or she is automatically revived with 1 HP left. Max HP, 999. This is back before the Quad 9, and then back before the Quad 9 was broken, right? Strength. Character with higher strength will deal more damage with physical weapons such as swords and axes. Strength also affects counterattack skills like counter and revenge. Max strength, 99. Max for most stats is 99, although from what I understand there are glitches that let you get above that. Strength was my mistake when I tried to play the game the last time, because I had no agility. I couldn't hit anything. Agility. Characters with higher agility tend to go first in battles, have a better chance to hit and evade their enemies, and run away. Weapons like rapier and cat claw do damage based on agility. Max agility is 99. Yeah, they did say better chance to hit enemies. Did they say it yet? Maybe not. So in this, you don't really gain levels. You have a random chance to gain hit points, or at least humans and mutants do, and then everything else is done through stat gains. Stat gains you get based on the weapons that you use. So strength-based weapons, using those will raise your strength. Potentially. We'll see that in a second. Agility, mana, and defense, all that stuff will raise their respective skills. Okay, so mana. Higher mana means doing more damage with and resisting magical spells, having a better chance to hit with stats affecting spells like sleep and death, healing more HP with cure, and that actually, healing with spells is dependent on both the caster's mana and the recipient's mana. Max mana is 99. Did we, I don't think I said this. This is the A Museum is the poster who is still active on the boards, and it's Final Fantasy Legend 2 A Museum. He also has made a hack of the game. There's actually multiple versions of the game now that people have hacked and changed stuff. Some have tried to fix bugs and all that. So that's an option as well. Defense prevents a proportional amount of damage from physical attacks. Defense is improved by equipping various pieces of armor and shields. Protect the chest, head, hands, and feet. max defense is 99. So your defense is physical defense, and mana is magical defense as well as other stuff. Okay, humans can be strong. We're going to go through all of this. It'll be, well, at least not all of this, because that's math and stuff, but we'll go over each of the classes real quick, because it's just fast. Humans can be a strong race provided you put in the time to raise their stats and they have the proper equipment. They get 8 slots for weapons, armors, and miscellaneous items. Their best stats are hit points, strength, mana. Humans get a lot of HP relatively fast, about 1 in 11 battles. A lot of this game is based on RNG. That, I think, adds to the replayability, but also adds to the crappiness of it, I think, at times. There can be a lot of grinding, but because of the high encounter rate, we're probably not going to have to grind that much. We're just going to have to push through. But we shall see. We shall see. Their approximate growth rate for other stats: strength 1 in 15, defense 1 in 256, agility 1 in 18, mana 1 in 5. So, strength is strength-based weapons. Defense is like shields. Agility, at least this is what I'm picking up. I've done some research on how the systems work. Agility is 1 in 18, mana is 1 in 5. So your humans can actually become spellcasters, like really powerful ones. It just, you got to put in the time and the effort, and stuff is not cheap. Stuff is expensive. Since armor covers 4 parts of the body, it makes sense to use 4 slots to maximize def. The remaining 4 slots should carry weapons and spellbooks that raise your stats, especially agility and mana. Punch, kick, and the like are great for raising agility. They start out with minimal or no damage, but they get stronger as you use them up. The last few uses can do crazy damage. Judo is most efficient cost-wise. So humans are going to be, they all kind of require the grind, but humans potentially most of all. Mutants get stats by using the appropriate weapon, but they can also learn monster-like skills. They can have up to 4 of these skills in the remaining slots for equipment, which varies between 4 and 7. So everyone has 8 slots. Mutants will gain 4 abilities, like spells and stuff, and then they have 4 other things for weapons and armor if they choose, because I don't think they mentioned that yet. Everything has durability and spell charges. Mutants' growth rate differs from the humans. Raising defense is very easy for them, about 1 in every 7 battles, compared to the human, which has 1 in every 256 battles. Yeah. Other stats: hit points 1 in 15, strength 1 in 50, agility 1 in 18, mana 1 in 8. Skills gained from combat are mostly unique to mutants and monsters. When these skills run out, go to the inn to replenish them. Thus, the hardest skills a mutant can learn include all, recover, and flare. I prefer to keep the maximum of 4 slots for skills. Cure is permanent. At least 1 is for fire and the like, and a few defensive ones such as weapon or warning. Mix and match if you have more than 1 mutant. Robots are as powerful as the weapons, armors, and items they equip, in addition to OPA, or whatever. We'll talk about that in a second. They have 7 slots available for weapons and weapons and equipment. They give them direct bonuses to their stats, except mana. Many veterans like to focus their robots on agility with such weapons as rapier, saber, lasers, cat claw, and samurai bow. There's also an exploit involving punch, etc. to give them permanent agility and hit points. We won't be doing that. When a robot equips a usable item, especially weapons, the number of uses is halved. However, when they run out, don't throw them away. Instead, go to the inn and to replenish their uses up to half the maximum amount. Robots are the most broken class in the game, from what I understand. And I didn't know this, because like I said, I didn't have the instruction manual or anything. Defense values from armor are calculated differently than those for humans and mutants. Robots can equip more than 1 piece of armor in the same slot. For instance, a robot can wear 2 chest armors, even 2 parasuits. Monsters. Monsters grow stronger by eating the meat left behind by defeated monsters. They cannot equip any items, so they do not spend much money at all. Monsters can have various strengths and weaknesses. My favorite monsters are the Sprite family. They have excellent mana plus basic spells like Cure and Thunder. Titania, arguably the best monster in the game, also gets Flare and Erase. 2 of the best spells in the game. Will have to probably go for those. You can get a strong Class C monster like Sprite or Obake as soon as you reach Desert Town. However, this will require you to start with Baby D, Baby Dragon, and not have him eat any meat until you arrive at Ashura's world. There are 12 monster subtypes comprised of 3 families. For example, the undead subtype consists of the skeleton, zombie, and Obake families. Some weapons or skills wreck a certain type or subtype. So that was a lot of info, a big info dump right there. Don't worry about too much of it at this point. We are going to do one monster of each, or one character of each. And where's the transition button? Right here. Boom. There we go. It takes a second for the music to not get screwed up. How we doing on time? 22 minutes. I've talked most of the time. It'll be alright. You'll see some gameplay here in a second. So now, as far as we've already picked a human, what's the difference between males and females? I believe human males have 1 more strength and 1 less agility. You know, it's like 5 strength, 4 agility, something like that. And females have the reverse, so they have 4 strength, 5 agility, something like that. Mutants are the same. Males, females, just those 2 stats switched. So we're gonna pick a mutant female. Yeah, I didn't really think of names, to be honest, but we'll just say girl. But we'll use a G. I mean, a U. Girl. You know, because she's not your ordinary girl. She's different from the other girls. Alright, so we have a girl. We'll get a robot. Gotta name him Robo. You know, reference to Chrono Trigger if you like. Or just, you know, truncate the word robot. And then 3 different monsters. We'll go over how the monsters work. There's a table and math involved because monsters don't just level up or gain more skills. They literally transform into a completely different monster. And interestingly enough, this is something that I actually find fascinating, right? Is fairness in games is huge to me. That's why I was going to say the Dark Souls games, except for Dark Souls 2, the Soulsborne games are very fair. It seems like enemies have the same stamina and limitations that your character does. In this, your characters, the monsters, are literally the enemies that you fight, from my understanding. Which is pretty cool. Same skills, same stats, same hit points, I think. Same weaknesses. So we're gonna go with Baby Dragon. You know what? Go-Go. Go-Go is a mimic. He was the mimic class in FF6. So I feel like this is probably a good one. Go-Go. Mr. S. Also, you see his giant head and his 1 eyeball? That's how he actually looks, according to the instruction manual. You should go to a town beyond the Cave of North first. Thank you. Goodbye, sir. Ooh, I'm burping a lot. Excuse me. So, Mr. S, I guess in the Japanese was Sensei. Oh, that's the wrong button. But there you can see our basic hit points to start with. Nope, that one. Okay. Memo. Oh shit, did I break the game? Huh. Okay. Let's Ooh, that sound. So all right, we got to redo this part. Aye. Right, and if you just hold the button down, it will just go. It will just go. All right. So memo. Oh, also you know, your main character's father is basically supposed to be Indiana Jones. He's got the hat. I think they changed the sprite to get rid of the whip, but if you look in the instruction manual, he's got the whip and everything. And I assume the tell daddy is like tell otosan, which is or maybe like a nickname for dad. Yeah, Mr. S was sensei, but Mr. S is some kind of mutant monster as well, with like a giant head and a single eye. Maybe he's supposed to reference something from Dragon Ball or something? I don't know. But yeah, the memo thing is actually a really interesting... Our partners. Okay, we'll start with girl. Memo is, it actually is sort of like your... Not your hint system. But it's, oh, you can't wrap around, you just... Robo! But it keeps track of important information that you find. Go-Go. So we have Robo, Go-Go. Go to town beyond the Cave of North. Let's, first things first. You can save anywhere, right? So let's save over this slot because... What is the 4? Oh, how many times we've saved? Well, I guess that doesn't quite count. But memo, any interesting hints or tips, or if it's like, you know, walk 5 spaces and 3 north and 3 spaces east or whatever, it'll record it, so you don't have to, like, write it down. Anything that's important, it'll store in memo. It'll also tell you kind of what your last thing that you did or what you're doing. I mean, maybe not entirely, but it'll give you a good idea as to what you're doing. So if you pick this up, like, a year later, or maybe 20 years later, you can at least still see what you're doing. Although, if it's 20 years later, you know, maybe restart at that point. Okay, maybe it's because we're still in the beginning area. That's not supposed to work like that. I mean, I have abilities, right? Alright. So, right. So here we go. 6 and 5, and if it was a female, it would be 5 and 6. So we would start with a longsword, bronze armor. I don't remember if the longsword is strength or agility. Bow and flame. Flame is like a spell, and then bronze. Robo. Colt and immunity. The circle is immunity to paralysis and poison, which is every status effect. Paralysis and poison cover all status effects except for stone. Nail, flame, strength against quake. So, alright, we are... What is going on here? What is this? Am I gonna have to redo this? What is going on here? Good luck. There is a cave up north. That's great. Oh my goodness. Robo, my sweetie, make sure to behave yourself and be good. I wonder why I could not go back in there. I don't know if this file or whatever is bugged. Cave up north, we got that. Can we look at the memo yet? Let's not, just to be on the safe side. Going to look for your father? Take care, John. We have a butterfly. Go, go, don't be late for dinner. So that makes sense. Monsters and other monsters. That Medusa gave birth to a robot, apparently. Going to look for your father. Take care. Something's going on outside. Did we talk to this girl? Good luck. Yes, we did. I can't remember who I talked to. They're wandering around and all that. Okay, this is the mother. Remember, John, do not be selfish. You're responsible for your friends. Now, take a good rest. Well, that's nice. Oh, yeah, okay. She healed us, which is handy. And if we go up here, there's only 2 beds in the house, which is weird. It's a little weird, and the window's still open. Maybe they left it open to see if the dad would come back. Then again, I guess the mother and the father both sleep in the same bed on the other side. Did we go up here? I'm losing my mind. I don't think we went up here. Nope, we didn't talk to the fox. Girl's going too. Well, okay. Take this. Cure potion. Nice. And item. Cure potions. Good. Now it's back. And now we can go in it. I don't know what was going on. Maybe my cartridge is dirty. I mean, you know. See, he has one eye. He has one eye. Take care. Off with you, little scamps. Make sure you get far out of town before you get killed. Wait up. I'd better come with you. Alright, Sensei. Mr. S joined. I didn't even move, and we got in an encounter. If that shows you anything, right? Alright, fight. So we'll use the longsword. We will use the bow. Let's use flame. Colt, I guess, and nail. And then, what happens if I run out? Left and right. Alright, I guess dissolve. He's probably gonna go first. Guerrilla attacks him, uses flame. Jaguar group. Jaguar fell. Robo. Right. So there's individual enemies and there's also groups. No, we'll use bow. Colt. Nail. Cure, John. Yay. Now, why is the bow so powerful? Apparently bows and guns and other long-distance weapons. Do I want to use Jaguar's meat? Probably not. Let's pause. We'll pause here. Not this one. Alright. Hang on a sec. Let me show you guys the monster stuff. Alright, so bows and guns and stuff apparently do a fixed amount of damage. And that's it. They do, it's not based on stats, which other weapons typically are. So we want to do Monster Evolution Guide, which is the biggest thing. So we are a baby dragon. and we got jaguar meat. So these are all the monsters in the game. Okay, so I believe... Okay, we are a baby dragon, which is this. Jaguar is... where? Jaguar. Okay, so here's the math. You have to... So this is A, and we are a... where are we? We're baby dragon, which is a C type monster. Within each dragon, like the dragon family, there's A, B, and C. C is the best, A is the worst. We just fought a jaguar, which in the mammal family is the worst. So we're C class. Eating A meat, the weakest monster, will drop our level by 1. Kind of. Okay, so it's a -1, but then you do... Okay, let's see. All right, so you take this number in the first column, which is we are baby dragon, which is 20, and then you take the, what is this, 24? So you either add 9, right? So 20 plus 9, 29, minus the 1 because we dropped the thing. So that should give us were-rat. Should change us into a were-rat. Is that the case? Right. Okay, so yeah, perfect. Baby D, Jaguar, where the result is 20 plus 9 minus 1 equals 28, were-rat. Baby Dragon's pretty tough, actually. It has Flame and Nail. Nail's, standard attack. Flame is good. It hits groups. You can have up to 3 groups of enemies, and each group can have multiple monsters in it. It's like a stack, right? And then each monster can attack. So you have things that affect individual enemies. So like we were attacking with the bow and the longsword, and that was hitting, within that stack, it was hitting the first monster. And then you have stuff like Flame, which affects the entire stack or the entire group, right? I don't think we want to be the were-rat. It says here it does Nail and Recover. Recover, if I'm remembering right, is a plus 10% of max health per turn, which seems good, but, you know, were-rat is weak and can only attack. That's it. So we'll not do that. And transition. Okay. Let's cancel because I don't want to become weaker. That would be silly. Girl acquired warning. So warning prevents surprise attacks or getting ambushed or back attacks, whatever you want to call it, from any other game. This is one of those skills that is amazing end game, because apparently once you're about 2/3 of the way through the game, halfway through the game, enemies start ambushing you, and if you get ambushed, combined with the difficulty, they will destroy you. So if we can, we're going to keep this. Mr. S. Oh yeah, if you press the B button, like the cancel button, when you have a 5th party member, you'll talk to them. Go through the cave of north to a town. Generic, but okay. Alright, we will save. Let's try using this Magi, see if that works now. What about the memo? I wonder if it's this thing. Let me pause for a second. Let me try something else. Hang on real fast. I'll be right back, maybe. right, we are back. So I fixed some things. That's still not the greatest. Okay, but okay, check this out. All right, so memo, it works. As a, I'm not saying I'm using an emulator, but if I was, I would have switched the file around. If it looks like I'm using an emulator, that's just, a trick of the lens. Right, so memos. Each Magi has its own power. There's another area beyond the northern cave. Dad trying to guard Magi. As far as the Magi, let's use the prism. Bam, 6 Magi left in this world. Why is that important? We'll see later. Now, interestingly enough, when I loaded this game, it put me into another random battle. So I guess it's like, well, first, my luck is maybe just interesting. But I guess the other thing is that loading counts as a step, so you have a chance to get hit. Let's go back in here and we'll just run back and use some of my mother's tender loving care, TLC. Is this the right place? I don't remember. Yes. Alright, take a good rest. That's... I keep hitting the B button to try and open the menu for some reason. So that healed us, but did it do... Oh, it's not an inn. Well, that's not helpful. It just heals us, it doesn't count as an inn. Can I use the beds or anything? I checked, right? Yeah. There we go. Alright, so that's, I'll take the healing at least, And we do have some cure potions. Can we get more? I'd like more. More cure potions. Alright. I saw the same dialogue and I was like, oh! I got all excited for a second. And then my hopes were crushed. So, this has been an interesting start. Full of... There we go. More Jaguars, at least 2 this time. Bow, we'll do bow, Colt, Nail, Dissolve, I suppose. I have a feeling Mr. S is gonna just go first. See, that's exactly what I mean. Just, we take another step and boom. Oh, we got a longsword, well that's nice. That's probably the Cave of North. Yes it is. Let's go through the cave. So we get another longsword. It seems like the drop rates and stuff is pretty good. We have a lizard, we have a goblin. I don't even know at this point. Let's do dissolve on the goblins, I guess. I'll try and kill the lizard. Oh, the lizard punched me, huh? Or was it the goblin that punched me? And you don't auto-target? Or auto-retarget, I suppose? Oh, it was the goblin that punched. Right, so lizard's meat. Should we check? Yeah. Alright. Transition there. Lizard. What is a lizard? Reptile, presumably. No, actually, lizard is not a reptile. Lizard is a dragon. So we're Class C dragon, Class A dragon, So -1, and then we'd add 3. Right, so 23 minus 22. We would become an eagle, which is beak and resistance to quake. Meh. And yeah, I probably will be checking most of these monster transformations just because I want to see which ones are cool. I know. Oh, hey. Yeah, girl got punched. I forgot about that. Bam. We're lucky Mr. S is with us. What's annoying, though, is we can't actually get to a town yet. And item, cure, and long. And it seems like we have a good number of, maybe not that many, maybe 10 slots. So it's mostly going to be what we can carry. Alright. I gotta admit the transitions are a little bit cool. Received more cure potions. Bronze shield. Oh wait, you found treasures you must equip to use items. That is good advice. And I think we'll probably give it to Robo. And now what they said was, when we equip a weapon, it'll have this. It'll have our uses. You know, let's check this. Let's see what this does, right? Let's see what this does. Right. Okay, hang on. Game Boy. Firefox. Transition real fast. Weapons, items, and skills. Bronze. So robot modifier. It gives the robot 2 extra defense. Block, melee, and petrify, 50% success. Right, so just by equipping it on the robot gives the robot 2 defense, which is good. And then you use the thing, you know. So the Colt isn't... the Colt is pretty decent, honestly, because, like I mentioned previously, it... there we go. It is, it has sort of a set damage thing. It's not based on stats. A lot of the swords and stuff have a, you know, agility times whatever your strength is. Or, I'm sorry, damage times whatever your strength is. Or a number times whatever your strength is, right? So let's put this all the way at the bottom, because I don't think that's going anywhere anytime soon. Alright, we are good for now. And nothing over there. Right, okay, good. Alright. So at this point, we don't have a really reliable way. We don't have a town, right? We don't have an inn or anything like that, so... It's going to make the first part of this game a little on the challenging side. Colt. Okay. Dissolve the goblin. And, I think slimes. Yeah, so we do... Yeah. Ouch. Very ouch. Let's cure, John, because he's most likely to get hit as the first guy in the line. Wow! And, Robo missed. That's annoying. Lizards meet again now. Oh, yee. Looks like you're getting much better, but be careful. I mean, yeah. Alright. I'm not really... I haven't gotten any stat increases or anything yet. Bow, Colt, Nail... I will use Dissolve. So dissolve is what slimes start with, and it absorbs, like, so it's like a hit point drain. Jaguar's meat will cancel. And Mr. S is not going to stay with us for very long, so we're going to make sure we're topped off. Oh, something else. Let me, pause. I know. All right, so we've been getting a fair amount of meat. So what can actually happen if we go to the Monster Evolution Guide, right, is, so let's say we went from our baby dragon, ate some of the jaguar meat, and became a were-rat. We got more jaguar meat, right? So, what is it? Jaguar 9, right? So we're were-rat 28. Oh, wait. Okay, were-rat is B, jaguar is A. B eats A, so you still lose 1. Okay, so were-rat 28 minus, or plus 9, what is that, 35? No, wait, 9. 37. Yes. 37 minus 1, 36. 36. So you actually wrap around to the top. I think and go to 0, right? So you'd become a mushroom or a fungus, which is just has punch. Not great. And we can verify this, right? Because if we're a were-rat, you can also subtract from the jaguar. You could subtract 27, which would give you 28, and then you still minus 1 because you go from B to A, and you're at 0. So let's say you're a mushroom again, or you're a fungus. Okay, another jaguar meat, right? You're A, jaguar is A, plus 9. So the A eating A meat does nothing, right? So it would just be 9, right? 0 plus 9 plus 0, I guess. You become a spider. So that's kind of how the monster change stuff works. You just keep eating meat and then you sort of rotate through. But what's interesting is you basically stay, at least in this world, because it's the first world, you stay at the A rank stuff. You know, you never go up 1. Bosses, I think, if I'm remembering right, will be level C. And so, you know, if we get to a boss and the boss drops meat, I'll look at this and be like, should we eat it? And the answer is probably yes. Because we always want to be stronger. It's just that eating the meat of the first monster in the game is probably not the best way to accomplish that. Alright. That never gets easier. We're going to hold on to the longsword for now. No one's gained any stats so far. It's not super surprising. We haven't fought a whole lot of battles. What's over here? Oh, more treasure. Hammer. Bow. Oh. Alright, yeah, I'm going to be silly again, right? Because it's kind of the first item. The first items we're getting. So I want to know, like, because robot, like, these are basically weapons that I may or may not use. I'll probably not use them, to be honest. Hammer. If you put it on the robot gains 9 HP and 2 strength. Where's the bow? Bow, 9 HP and 2 agility. And see, this is the, hit chance 50% plus agility times 2 and 50 damage, right? So it's like a set amount of damage. It's just the hit chance that is changed. We have the Colt. Where's the Colt on here? Oh my gosh. Here it is. Okay. Damage equals 100 plus random. 45 times the race bonus. I don't even know what the race bonus... What does that even mean? Because they're a robot. Or no, they don't have to be, because normal people can use it too. Hit chance equals 45% plus the rate strength times the race bonus. Race bonus equals the robot. Question mark 2-to-1 range attack. I don't know what that is. But this is the nitty gritty if you do want to know about that stuff. I'm, you know. I realize this is a bit of a slow beginning. I'm actually all right with that. Oh, the other thing is, that was, so the robot has 0 mana. The robot will never gain mana. That means the robot will take full damage and maybe extra damage from magic. Like, the robot is just gonna... The robot's a tank, but magic, he's gonna get his ass kicked. So, something to be concerned about, I suppose. Bow, Colt, Nail, we'll say Fire. Maybe he'll kill all of them. Yep, he did. Good job. He's just here to get us through the first cave. Oh, what is this? The boss, huh? Aye. Looks like you're getting much better. Be careful. Do not... Alright, let's save. Monster, give me that magi. And this is a baby worm. Long, bow, Colt, Nail. Now, I mean, obviously, while Mr. S is killing enemies, we're not going to get a chance to get an enemy or get any stat boosts or anything. So, but regardless, we don't have a town or an inn at this point, so that's okay. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Now the other thing is, John's max hit points gained by 12. Right on. The other thing is, I don't remember. I was going to say something. Mistress. John, I must stay and guard our town. Good luck. Thank you. I will come back with my father. Goodbye, Mr. S. Mr. S left. If we hit B, nothing happens. If we go back here... Hang on. Giving up now won't do you any good. I think we cannot go back anymore. So that's okay. Let's go into town. Luckily, there's a town right here. Oh, there's a dude. Is that Dad? Huh? Dad? Oh, there's my clone. So maybe that is my dad having illegitimate children. We'll save here and then we'll stop for today. Thank you guys so much for your time and attention. I really do appreciate it. I really hope you guys are enjoying these episodes. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are having fun too. This game is a little bit, you know, I was trying to be super fast with the info dump, and we'll go over it again later, and you'll just see it in action if you continue to watch. Gotta pet the kitties, both of them. One thing that I like to do at the end of every episode is a unique positive moment. It's supposed to sort of reframe your perspective to a more neutral, because if you just watch the news, everything's bad all the time. Focusing on the positive will actually focus your mind on the positive and kind of even out all of that stuff. So what is your guys' unique positive moment for today? For me, it's these it was these like pumpkin spice muffin bars. They're like these little Nutri-Grain bars, but they're you know, pumpkin spice with like a little bit of vanilla cream cheese or whatever in the middle. They're good. Tiny, super tiny, but good. But that's my unique positive moment. Hopefully your guys is just as good, if not better. Hopefully better, of course. And I hope to see you guys next time. Till then, guys, take care.